Yo, it's the unattractive male here, and today we gonna be having story time. So let's get straight into it. Make sure y'all hit that like button and click that subscribe button and notification bell, and we gonna get straight to it. Let's do it. So I got a comment on my video, 5 things to do if you have a small penis, that reads, what do you do when women laugh at you as soon as they see it? I never had the opportunity to prove myself. So I just want to share this story. The first time I was laughed at for, like, whipping out my penis and coming up a little short. So I was in middle school. Me and my homeboy, we usually go kick it at his house after school or whatever, just chilling and shit. This particular time, he told me, he got some shorties coming over. So one of the girls that was coming over, the one that was for him, she was like the new girl in the school, so everybody wanted her, everybody was on her. And like, I was like, damn, that's what's up. Like, he got her to come over and shit. So the girl, her friend that was coming, she was like, she wasn't really popular. She wasn't like really fly or beautiful or anything like that, So you know how that goes. She definitely would not have been my first choice. Fast forward, I kind of felt like I was put in a position that I really didn't want to be in, so I already felt uncomfortable with it. Now, mind you, I feel like I was put in this situation. If it's one thing that I learned from that, is the fact that I wasn't an effective leader. My homeboy, big ups to him, he was the one that made that whole move happen, and that brings up an important point. When you the leader, you go after what you want and you control the situation. In that situation, what happened that I'm fitting to get into, I really didn't take lead and had much control. So fast forward, we chilling in the basement. My homeboy and his girl over in the cut, they kissing and shit. They ready to get it in. I'm just kind of like just standing around like I don't know what to do, The friend, the one who I had to, pretty much take that L for, play wingman, she was like, she wanted to see it. So I'm like, oh shit, she wanted to see it, So I'm like, damn, my shit, like, I'm all like nervous and shit, so my shit, like, it shrink even more. I'm like, god damn. So we go in the bathroom and shit, and I whip out, and she pretty much like, she bust out laughing and then just turned around and walked out the bathroom. And I'm just like, oh man, damn. Pull up my pants and shit, you know what I'm saying? My man definitely got it in over in the corner, but like for me, the rest of the day was just awkward, and we had to walk them home. They was doing them, so they didn't really know what was going on, with us, until on the way walking them home, the shorty that I was dealing with, she just bust out of nowhere. Because matter of fact, this what happened. And I forget about this. This what happened. So she told her friend that I was big when it first happened. When I first whipped out or whatever, she told her friend that I was big. As we was walking them home, she out of nowhere and was like, psych, nah, his dick small as shit. And everybody just started busting out laughing, and I'm like, oh god, dad, that's fucked up. I was like, dad, that's fucked up. She just go put a nigga on blast and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, one important lesson that I learned from that is you have to take lead, and you have to take control of every situation that you're in. If you in a situation where, a woman is pretty much demanding you to whip out, that shows that you don't have control. And one thing I can say that I learned, I have a homeboy. He was one of the first friends I ever had, who had no shame in admitting that he had a small penis. I've never seen that before, and I respected his honesty, and because, I was dealing with a similar thing, but I didn't have as much balls that he had to like be honest and be open, about how I really, felt about myself. And that's another thing, man. You just gotta be honest. You gotta be honest, and you gotta accept it. You gotta be okay with it. If you expect for a woman to be okay with it, not letting that control your mindset. At the end of the day, you gotta realize that some people are gonna like you, some people are not. Like, some women are gonna like everything that comes with you, some women not. That's just how it is. So what do you do about it? You just accept it. I would say take more control in situations. That way you being laughed at won't happen as much. But if it do happen, just understand that you can move on from that, and you can actually move on to like better experiences, better women, and just living your life, because when even in that moment when that happened to me, I mean, sure, I was embarrassed, but even in that moment, it really didn't hurt me all that much. I was just, embarrassed. Like, I don't really feel like it hurted me, or it didn't really stop me from, leading in future situations. It didn't really stop me from engaging with other women and, having successful sexual experiences with, women after that. So, I pretty much was over it, It always kind of been a fear, that maybe a female, will pretty much make me the bid and make me the laughing stock, about my penis. But at the end of the day, when you accept it, it is what it is. Like, can't nobody make you look like a fool, because at the end of the day, you being true to who you are. I get on camera and say that, like, yeah, I have a small penis. I haven't let that stop me from having positive sexual experiences with females. You just gotta accept that's just how it's gonna be. Not every experience is gonna be successful. I will also say this, and I think I mentioned this in another video. That's usually an issue when you deal with highly promiscuous women who only care about things like your dick size. And let's be real, a lot of females, size does matter to them, but you have females out here who will be open to having positive relations with you, whether it's sexual or whether it's, personal, emotional, whatever it is. If you're a decent person and if you know what you're doing. You can't forget about that. If you know what you're doing, you can move on from that experience. If that happened to you, or if you fear that happening to you, can move on from that and have positive interactions with women. It's just all a part of growing. It's this quote that I love that said, "Pain is weakness leaving your body. Fear not, that happening to you. And if it do happen, it is what it is. You continue to be you." That's a problem for her. I would say, like, maybe you should not, chase that woman, or not even attempt to, engage her, because she obviously showed you she think you're a joke just because your penis small. But don't let that woman blind you from all the beautiful possibilities you could experience, in the future. So that's all I have to say about that, man. I hope that helped. This is my first time doing a response video. I appreciate the comment. I thought I'd do something different. I hope that helped. Let me know what you think in the comment. Anyone knows, like, comment, and subscribe. If y'all have some advice for our fellow subscriber, let him know, what you think in the comments, or, any experiences that you had, because at the end of the day, we a community. So we got to stick together, and it's on us to share our experience to help, make each other better. So with that being said, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and we out of here. Peace.